What's up, guys? I want to tell you about our newest sponsor, Pooky. Pooky is a brand new prediction website that was launched on November 16th, just in time for the World Cup. On the website, you predict your scorelines for each match day in the World Cup, and if your predictions are amongst the best, you can receive loads of rewards. The game will be in its free-to-play stage during the tournament, and when you get scorelines correct, you receive Matic Coin and Pooky Balls, which will be massive perks later down the road for your future predictions. Pooky Balls are not only the gateway to the game, but they also add a fun gamification element to the prediction, since they come in different rarities and traits, which will affect the points you earn after each prediction. Once you sign up, you can pick 2 free Pooky Balls, so choose wisely. Even though it's free to play, you will have the chance to win plenty of physical rewards, such as PS5s, Xboxes, Pooky apparel like t-shirts and caps, and gaming e-vouchers for your preferred console after each match day. Make sure to register on the link below and prove you are a better predictor than the Give and Go boys. Hey! What's good, guys? We've been sponsored. We sold out. Hey, but it's part of the show, man. Happy to do it. Shout out Pooky for sponsoring us and supporting the show. Make sure to check that out. We'll be using their site to do the round of 16 predictions at the end of this stream.
Dope.
For now, man, where should we start? I was thinking about this. Should we go with South Korean magic, or should we go with Serbian disappointment and Swiss just genius?
Let's go to the Switzerland game because it just happened. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Why don't you go first, brother? Yeah, go first on this one.
The game was interesting itself. Basically, it ended how I thought it would, with Switzerland overall dominating the game with their type of way. Maybe not in possession, but with their physicality, with their tactics, and overall just having the better game plan. I thought they would have the better defense, and they weren't able to show it against Brazil, but I know that Switzerland can score goals, and they scored some really nice goals today. That second one coming on the right side from Rodriguez, I believe, straight to Embolo. Nice, easy cross, a nice, easy finish. And then that third goal, Ruben Vargas with a filthy flick into the running space, and then he just puts it home, Remo Freuler, to take the lead 3-2 for Switzerland. I thought it was a completely deserved game. And what did surprise me, though, is Serbia were able to get 2 goals. You know, I didn't think that Serbia would have that offensive knack in this game. But overall, Serbia still showed their true colors that have been representative this entire tournament, in the sense that they just could not get fully going. There's flashes. So many flashes throughout this tournament of Serbia being a good football team. But they just could never do it for the full 90.
8 goals conceded for this Serbian defense in 3 games, dude. Despicable, man. Despicable. Disgraceful and shameful showing from the Serbian side, man, especially for a man like myself, man. I'm low-key embarrassed to be here in front of this screen right now talking to these viewers, because there was a Serbian population that I promised would see success in this tournament, man. So much so that I had them in the semifinals of the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Embarrassing, man. Embarrassing. I am sorry for the lies I spoke in the build to the tournament, man. I am sorry because I was so wrong about the Serbian side. And more specifically, man, I was so wrong about their defense. Their defense was woeful, dude. Woeful. An open net basically every time any team had any sort of constructive offensive game plan. Switzerland ripped them apart, man. Ripped them apart. The way that they generated that second goal was devastating, because we all saw it, man. They patiently built up to it. They just knew that if they just played their smart football, they would eventually see that goal. And what they get, man, an Embolo tap-in at the end of the day.
Yeah.
This defense was woeful, man. 8 goals in 3 games, and it's ultimately what defined their tournament, because offensively they did have that prowess. 3 goals against Cameroon, 2 goals against the Swiss side. But that defense was not reliable at all. The offense did their job. Defense couldn't, and that's what defines this team. There was a shot of the Serbian coach after they conceded that second goal, or maybe it was the third one. He looked defeated.
Yeah.
Defeated, dude. Just like he just couldn't find any solutions. He's like, if the defense can't show up, if they can't bunker in when we need them to, then we're not going to get a result out of this, man. There's no hope here. And from then on, the offense kind of lost its sting. It lost its power, and Switzerland completely took over. It got a little feisty at points with this. Yeah. It's kind of becoming a little bit of a rivalry in recent years. You know, there's a lot of heat between these two nations, so it got feisty, man. And ultimately, we see a Swiss side come out on top that I think it's absolutely deserving. I tried to give Serbia another shot. I really did. And when they were up 2-1, man, I was screaming my ass off. I thought they were really on the verge of something special here, finally figuring themselves out. But at the end of the day, man, I'm left disappointed and embarrassed. Embarrassed, man. Please switch your camera off of me, man. Put it on Soltero. I don't want them to see me.
You're
right
done
now.
with Serbia,
I don't want them
huh?
to see me right now, bro.
Shit, man. The thing is, I will say Serbia's offense, as you already said, did have that prowess and did have the efficiency. The 2 goals they scored today, Vlahovic and Mitrovic, were really well done. I was like, damn, those are elite finishes by both of those strikers. So you're right. It really is that defensive line that completely let the Serbian side down. But I think as a whole, man, even with that offense, or at least the midfield too, there's something off. There was something off ever since that first game where they kicked off against Brazil that I was not expecting. I had expected way more passion, way more heart from this Serbia side from the get-go, man. And it just showed in every single game something was mentally off for these Serbians. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was truly just nerves. Again, I think I mentioned in the last shoot that maybe they were nervous that Vlahovic and Mitrovic had little knocks at the beginning of the tournament, and maybe that just got in their heads, man. Or maybe simply their backline just never got tested in qualification. And it kind of got tested against Portugal, but they were able to have that passion then to get results against Portugal. But against every other side in their group, since they never got really tested, no one really saw them having as many holes as they did in this tournament. So I think that's where that surprised me. I am surprised by how loose Serbia were at the back.
I think the chat agrees here, man. Ordak says, Serbia played a brilliant first half, but fumbled the second. Their defense were the real traitors, which let them down. I completely agree, man. They're traitors. They are traitors, dude. I feel betrayed by what that defense did to this offense, man.
Yeah.
Stefan Desnica, that's it. Heat and passion. There was none of it. None of it, man.
None.
They're talking about the rivalry between Switzerland and Serbia, I guess, because 90% of players in Switzerland are Albanians, so that kind of creates some heat between them, I would assume. They don't care. It's the case with the Serbs every World Cup, and that's what sucks, man. I thought this would be the changing of a narrative for Serbia, man.
Yeah.
The way things have gone for the past 20 years for them in World Cups, I thought this time around with the team they had, they would finally be able to break that mold, break that narrative, and instead they emphasize it, man. They emphasize it.
Yeah.
Instead, now, I ain't ever trusting another Serbian squad, man.
Yeah.
They're going to have to surprise me in the World Cup to gain my trust yet again, man, because they hurt me to this time around, man. They hurt me. Insured Frames, $2 super chat. Thank you, my friend. I think this might be the first World Cup without 9-point groups.
Oh,
where a team
yeah.
gets 9 points.
It has to be.
Think
There's
it is.
always one team that, at least in my recent memory, of a team winning all 3 group games, right?
Yeah, I
right?
think so.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Swap Nil, good to see you again, my friend. Serbia went from underrated to overrated real quick, just like Denmark. It sucks, man. I feel like those two were some of the biggest dark horse candidates, but instead it was low-key Japan that was able to fulfill the dark horse narrative so far. Same with South Korea, which we'll talk about that in a second. People like your fade.
Okay, thank you.
People like your fade. Any
Appreciate
comments
that.
on that?
No comment for
No
now.
comments. What size trim do you got on the side?
Mid-skin fade trim
Mid-skin,
on top.
trip on top. Okay, all right. $20, $30 fade. What's that?
50.
50?
50.
$50 fade, folks. 50. That's what he's doing with his donations, bro. That's what he's doing with the donations. He's getting some fucking fades.
I like how you brought the word trust up, though, when
Yeah.
you're talking about Serbia, because that is the exact word when I talk about the Switzerland team. As I previewed before this tournament started, I said, I trust Switzerland. I trust them. I know they don't have the same offensive players as Brazil, Serbia, or even Cameroon. But I have always doubted Switzerland for my entire tenure watching football very intently. I've always doubted them. But over the last 4 years, Switzerland have always proved me wrong. So going into this tournament, I said, no more. I'm no longer going to distrust them. They have my full heart and my full trust. Switzerland will get out of this group. And I think they showed that today. Serbia knocked them. Serbia got them down twice, man. They could score 2 on them. But Switzerland's just stuck to their guns. Because at the end of the day, I think they overall have the better team. Maybe not over Brazil, but over Cameroon and Serbia. I did think
sure.
that Switzerland were the better team. And it really did show in all 3 games, even their loss against Brazil. It took till the 80th minute till they finally cracked. The Switzerland team is here, and they have gone so long over these last 4 or 5 years of being completely overlooked. I think Switzerland might be one of the more underrated teams at this World Cup, and I think they'll have something to say in the round of 16.
Yeah, you think about their progress in the past 4 years, winning against France in the Euros, a big upset there. That's kind of what started this momentum for Switzerland, bro. They've kind of been building off of that ever since then, dude. And then getting first in their qualification group, getting put in this group. And yeah, the discussion was Serbia or Switzerland, Serbia or Switzerland. And they completely came out on top in that discussion, with Serbia getting 1 point, man, and Switzerland gathering 6. So all in all, Switzerland is the best side in between those 2 teams, second best team in this group. And they'll be facing off against who in the round of 16?
It'll be Portugal.
Portugal?
Yeah.
Portugal, okay.
That's looking good right now.
Yeah, that's looking like a good match.
Yeah.
It's looking like a good match. Other match that happened in this group as well was Brazil going up against Cameroon. Brazil putting out their B team. You could even call it like a C+ team if you wanted to, man.
Yeah.
Going into this game, similar approach to what Portugal did, similar approach to what France did. These teams that already had their spots secured just decided to go with a more, you could say, lazy lineup. And Brazil fully did that by, starting Dani Alves, for example, putting Ederson in goal, Bremer starting at the back, Militao shifting over to center back, Anthony up top, Gabriel Jesus up top,
Fabinho getting minutes.
Fabinho getting minutes as well. Alex Telles, the whole team basically completely shifted from what they were utilizing in those first 2 games, and it ended up biting them. It ended up biting them, I guess, because Cameroon stayed in this match for the full 90 minutes, and there were moments when Switzerland and Serbia were tied. There were moments where if all Cameroon did was get a goal, they would be very, very close to potentially getting out of this group somehow. Yeah. Ultimately, though, 90th minute comes. It's still 0-0, and Abubakar is at the end of a beautiful cross with an amazing header, gets a goal, is so happy and suffocated by the moment that he celebrates by taking his shirt off, results in him getting a red card because he was already on a yellow, and he's out of the match, with Cameroon technically still needing another goal, I believe, and needing Serbia to tie the game against Switzerland. All in all, Cameroon get a historic victory.
Huge victory. I mean, hey, it's against Brazil, bro. And they're able to shut them out. That's a clean sheet for Cameroon. A clean sheet.
Incredible, man. Incredible. Cameroon, the first African team to beat Brazil at the World Cup.
Wow.
Huge bragging rights.
That's dope, though.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah, and you could say so many things about Brazil in the lineup that they started, but still, I still expect them to win the match, just given the form that they were in, the form of these players individually. So Cameroon, props to you for beating a Brazilian team at the Lusail Stadium, man, and silencing all those Brazilian fans for one day. They get to have bragging rights over the Brazilians in that sense. Yeah. Brazil, on the other hand, qualifies for the round of 16. They'll be scheduled to face off against. They will be.
It'll be Korea.
Yeah.
Which that'll be fun. That sounds fun to me.
Yeah. That'd be very, very fun. But yes, Brazil, like France and like Portugal, had their destiny already sealed, so they took it easy today, and they'll be focusing more so on that round of 16 match. Now, that's when the true players will be showing up yet again, and we'll see what happens to Brazil in the round of 16. Any more comments on that match specifically?
Nah, I don't think so. I just think it's interesting for Brazil in the sense that, they lost this game, but kind of like France, they made 9 changes. So it really is hard to know how good Brazil would have done going into the round of 16, but I would still keep your head high if you're Brazilian as far as like still making a big, deep run.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely fine, man. Yeah, absolutely fine. Marco Carmona. Welcome to the support. Oh, he joined the Give and Go as a member. Appreciate that, Marco. Appreciate that.
Thank you, man. Any support is greatly, greatly appreciated.
Swap nil. So anticlimactic for Cameroon. They score a goal but get a red card for it. Wins the game yet gets eliminated from the World Cup. Such as sports and life, full of unpredictable realities. I've said it before. Soccer, football is the best metaphor for life at times, man. Another member, Neutral 7. Thank you, my friend, man. Thank you for joining the team, man.
Thank you, brother.
Team. People are still commenting on your haircut. Is Neymar playing next game? Dude, actually, I saw a training video of Neymar preparing himself, like getting ready. Low-key, man, I think he should wait till the quarters. I think he should wait till the quarters, man. He does not look 100%, brother.
I think Brazil play either Monday or Tuesday, so that's
that
3 more
matters.
days.
That matters.
That's 3 more days. So
That-
maybe by then.
That's true. That's true.
Maybe by then.
God, but dude, I'm a little concerned. He doesn't look as ready to go as, like, say, Pulisic for tomorrow.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Pulisic recovered
Okay.
quick.
Okay.
Neymar is still, he's going through a process right now. He's
God
going
damn
through
it,
rehab mid-tournament. So I'm a little shaky about that, but I think a 50% Neymar would still be very impactful in a Korea versus Brazil matchup
For
regardless. And we'll
sure.
talk about predictions for that game at the end of the stream. But yeah, that's my take on Neymar right now. Anything else in this group? I
No.
think we're good to
We can
go with
shift to the last
Brazil
group.
getting first place and Switzerland getting second. Soltero ends up winning this group in terms of predictions. I end up falling short with predicting Serbia over Switzerland. On to the next group and final group that had to be defined going into the knockout stages. We had, let me rephrase my mind here because I'm going a little blank. We had Ghana versus Uruguay. That's who we had, man. Going into this was going to be such a banging matchup. We've talked about it. 12 years of history at the helm for both these teams. Uruguay, Luis Suarez, handball. Loco Abreu, penalty, Panenka kick. That's all I have to say. Tragedy for Ghana. 12 years in the making. They're back in a position with the advantage. All they need is a draw, man. And like we've seen in this tournament, so many teams that have been needing a draw to just qualify have been struggling with that responsibility. And today we saw Ghana flounder at that responsibility, man.
Botch,
What,
negative.
what word do I use here? What synonym to go with? You can go with any fucking word here.
Yeah, man.
By the 30th, 40th minute, being down 2-0 to this Uruguayan squad and losing all hope and excitement that they had built up from the first 2 games. So that's what happened there. And you add on top of that the fact that Ayew missed a penalty to take the lead.
When that moment happened, when the penalty was called, your voice started coming into my head. Because for this whole matchup, this whole build-up, you've been talking about how life is cyclical. Life is a circle. And the fact that Ghana got a penalty to go ahead on Uruguay just to make sure that Uruguay goes out and Ghana go through this time, I was like, wow. It truly is circular. They get a chance to repeat 2010, but this time they'll have a chance to score the penalty. And what the fuck happens? That's the thing about circles. If you go too far in the circle, you start repeating. It starts repeating. And that's the problem with Ghana, man. History repeated itself. They missed another goddamn penalty against Uruguay.
Hey.
This time, a good block from Rochet. I thought Ayew could have gotten a lot more purchase on the shot.
Oh, dude. Well, you talk about circles. I mean, look at Ayew with his bald head. It looks like a perfect circle. And then you talk about circles as well. Look at what's on your shirt, brother.
Oh, shit.
A mind fuck of circles. What the
that's
hell,
all
bro?
this
That's
is,
like the
man.
dark side of circles, dude. What the hell?
Yeah, this is
Is
for
that
Ghana.
calculated? That's wild.
This is subconscious. That's a scary
man.
thing. That's
That
a
is
scary thing.
insane.
That is actually insane. I'm scared right now.
So going into the second half, Uruguay now looked like the favorites to get out of the group because at the time South Korea was tied with Portugal. But then South Korea scores, and we'll talk about that game in a second. But they score, and from that moment on, Uruguay needs a goal. They need a goal to progress into the next round because South Korea has the goals for advantage where they had, I think, up to that point 4 goals scored the whole tournament. And since Uruguay has struggled so much to score goals, they got punished for it, man. They got punished for it in this game.
Yeah?
They should have built up more goals in their catalog. But with only 2 goals against Ghana in this whole tournament, they were searching for more, and they could never find it, man. Luis Suarez getting subbed out.
I think Nunez got subbed out too.
Nunez got subbed out. At that point, Arrascaeta was really the best offensive player for Uruguay. You had Bentancur get subbed out before the first half.
Yeah.
Cavani comes on. Uruguay folds, bro.
Yeah.
Uruguay folds, and it's pure frustration from Diego Alonso, from Luis Suarez, who was crying on that bench, from every single Uruguayan player, man. Pure frustration and disappointment because I think that they were thinking that this should not have happened. Ultimately, this should not have happened. No matter the state of the team, no matter the coaching, they had the talent and the quality to compete for this group, and they put themselves in a position where if all South Korea did was beat Portugal, who was fielding a lesser squad, then they were out.
Yeah.
And they fell short eventually because of that.
Yeah, that is crazy because those images of a desperate Luis Suarez at the end of the game, dude, it was true despair on his face. But that, I think, tells it all in the sense that Uruguay and the whole team themselves are like, how in the hell are we in this position? How are we not going to play a knockout game for us and for our people? And considering the group that they had, and considering that they were 2 up on Ghana, they did the job. But since they didn't do it in their 2 previous games, it came back to bite them, as you already said. So 100%, it was pure frustration. And at the end of the game, Cavani, Chema Jimenez were in the referee's face, man. But I don't think it wasn't really because of what the referee did. They're just pissed. They needed somebody to blame because they can't blame themselves in the moment. That's tough to do. And obviously you can't blame the coach either in that moment. But looking back, I think the Uruguayans will be pissed at themselves. And low-key, I think this is a botched job from Diego Alonso. I had talked about it before. Why are Uruguay playing so defensive in their midfield? Why aren't they releasing Valverde to just go off in the way that he does for Real Madrid? And why isn't he playing a more dynamic midfield? But you know what he did today? He started Georgian de Arrascaeta in that midfield. And guess who scored both goals? Guess.
Georgie.
Diego Alonso he's the Tata Martino of Conmebol.
No,
he got this.
Uruguay is in Mexico Conmebol, bro.
Yeah.
Disappointing in 2 matches, then finally playing up to their level in the 3rd match and being desperate and relying on goal difference for qualification. It's the same damn thing.
It's the same damn thing. And I am putting full blame on Alonso for just not sticking to an offensive identity. When you look at Uruguay's squad, the first thing I think is, oh, this team's offensive. But you wouldn't see that after those first 2 games. So this is completely their fault. Uruguay had the talent to get through, but simply just because of bad decision-making, they are no longer going to the knockout round. This is on them.
I'm seeing reports already that Diego Alonso will be leaving the helm for Uruguay.
He'll
start
to.
Searching for a new coach. He has to. There's no future for him there. What did you think about those non-penalty calls in the second half? I felt like that was a little bit of the frustration of why Uruguay was in the faces of the refs, and Chad is also saying that they feel that they got robbed. Do you think that the referee made a mistake by not making that penalty
There
call?
was one on Cavani.
Yeah.
That's not a foul.
Yeah.
It's not. Yes, there's contact. I'm not saying there's not contact, but there's not a clear kick. There's not a clear extension of the arm. It's just body contact. And for me, that's allowed in football. The more, the better. And if you can get away with it to where you don't push somebody or you don't actually lash out with your foot, then it's not a foul in my eyes. It's not. Yeah. Again, there is contact, but not a penalty.
Ultimately, though, man, what does this mean for Conmebol then, man? Because Ecuador falls short, Uruguay now falling short, Asian teams coming through like crazy. We only have 2 Conmebol teams left now in this tournament with Brazil and Argentina, and the rest are all gone, brother.
Gone. And I want to include Peru here too, because their World Cup started with that Australia final, right? And they lost that game too. So this is
Yeah, go off.
This ends up being really good for me because I had predicted this. I predicted that outside of Brazil, I actually included Argentina with Uruguay and Ecuador and Peru. Outside of Brazil, I had all of CONMEBOL faltering big time. And the only reason why I had Argentina getting out of the group is because I thought they were in a very easy group. You put Argentina in Uruguay's group, be a completely different story for Argentina. I really do think so. But what we're seeing here, all of these South American teams, they just can't match up with better European-based quality. This is what I'm saying. Yes, Japan, South Korea, they're not European, obviously, geographically, but a lot of their contingent of players are based in Europe, and I think that actually means a lot. But you could say, okay, what about Uruguay? They have European players based too. Here's the problem. Uruguay are playing against Chile, Venezuela, Bolivia, a shitty Colombia. That's their problem. Whereas Korea are actually playing Japan, right? Korea might play against a good Saudi Arabian team, or they might play against a really good Irani team. Way better quality than those South American teams that I just named. I think CONMEBOL are in a really big downturn right now. I've been saying this for 12 months now, and I think we're finally seeing it come to fruition, man. The thing is, what does CONMEBOL do about it? I don't know. It's going to come down to the leagues to just try and get that talent that they once had. I don't know, get better academy coaches. Do something with the leagues. Make them more competitive. I don't know, somehow put money into these leagues. Because right now, the mid-tier of South America is failing CONMEBOL in general. And so I think that is the biggest problem. It's not Uruguay's fault necessarily. It's their competition.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And the crazy thing is now we only have 2 CONMEBOL teams left with Argentina and Brazil. I do think we have a very, very strong and potent Brazilian side that might be able to salvage
Yes.
Conmebol, which is why I have them winning the tournament. I think they can ultimately keep Conmebol alive.
Yeah.
Perhaps Argentina finds some form because, man, we're going to talk about the bracket. They are on a very interesting side of the bracket where I could see them making a deep run now. So I think there's still something to salvage here, but the rest of Conmebol, I do think I agree with that. I do think it's generally pretty weak, dude. Pretty weak.
Man.
That is pretty crazy. Hey, let's go to Choctaw this weekend, says BCG.
Hey, I'll be there around Christmas time. During the holidays, you can probably find me at Choctaw.
Got a few super chats here. African teams have been very impressive in this World Cup for sure. Neutral 7 for sure. Matias Cordero, welcome to the Give and Go, my friend. Welcome. Thank you. What's going on? Oh, I froze. I'm frozen. Is my audio still going? All right, boys. I am frozen. I am frozen right now. I am lost in a moment right now. Lost in a train of thought, but producer Rudd is on it as we speak. Do not worry. Do not worry. I will be back. I will be back to motion. I'll be back to clarity, to non-fuzziness. And I am back, folks. And I am back. Let me see the super chat from Dart Chewy. Thank you, producer Rudd, for that. Give me dubs for producer Jet and give me W's for producer Rudd in the chat, please. Dart Chewy says for $10, bro. Thank God Cameroon scored. Made $400 on them winning. Soltero the Octopus strikes. This World Cup is amazing.
Hey, big win, Dart Chewy. Good shit, man. Good shit.
Dart Chewy should go to Choctaw, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that. Lane, is that Lane Newbold? Is that Lane Newbold? $2. Don't forget to like on YouTube and rate on Spotify. That's right, folks. Please go rate us 5 stars on Spotify, especially if you're listening to us on Spotify right now. Please give us 5 stars. The ratings help us a lot, man. A lot. Varun Raja, Soltero looking fresh. Nice cut, G.
Hey, thank you,
bro.
bro.
I need to get a haircut, bro. The way these people talk about you in a haircut is fucking crazy, man.
Funny. I love it.
Spain show no character. Sanjay, send a little super chat. Reynoso froze just like Lukaku.
Yeah.
Froznoso. Sanju's Raina. Thank you for the donation, my friend. Thank you. Asian teams gave a lot of goosebump moments in this World Cup, dude.
They have, though.
For real.
They've really come out on top in that sense. Getting really big moments. Absolutely.
Dart Chewy is a legend in this chat, dude. Dart Chewy is like the godfather.
I love Dart Chewy.
He's Korea high, best World Cup in the previous 3. I do want to make a point, man. People were critical about this World Cup in terms of how it would be in terms of entertainment, man. This thing is delivering like no other, man. This tournament has been amazing, man. Yeah. Amazing. Cool that in every group, a non-European team qualified for round of 16. No fucking way.
I didn't notice that trend, but that's cool.
No fucking way. That's insane. Wow. Ismail El Fath, the referee, dapping up Vincent Abubakar before giving him his red card was so wholesome. I agree, man. That was actually really nice. Like, they both knew. Abubakar found out mid-celebration that he would get punished and get a red card, and he was fine with it, man. Yeah. You beat Brazil like that, you're fine with it.
Yeah.
Moving on to the last game in this group and of the day that we need to talk about. It's Korean Magic, man. Korean Magic saving the best for last, bro. Portugal coming into this game already qualified for the round of 16 and doing the same thing as Brazil and France, fielding a weaker team. You could say this was, A-, B+ type of squad.
Yeah, they changed half the squad.
Yeah, it wasn't
as
drastic.
Yeah.
It wasn't as drastic as Brazil, but still had a few new coming players in that squad. And so South Korea said, you know what? Let's play into this. Let's try our best to see what happens playing that K-League football, baby. Yeah. Let's see if we can beat the Portuguese players. And pretty quickly, Portugal goes up, man. They go up in this game 1-0, and it felt a little dire in that moment, man. Watching the game, just being like, South Korea might have gotten a little bit too hurt by what happened against Ghana that they might not be able to recuperate from that. Yeah. But somehow, some way, off of an insane corner kick, like mistake, you could say.
Yeah, hit Ronaldo's back or something.
Ronaldo's back. Yeah. An incredible assist that led to Korea tying the game up before halftime, which is amazing. You go into that halftime locker room thinking, 15-minute speech, what do we need to do? Coach told me right now what you want me to do, and I'll fucking do it, man. Yeah. And that they did, bro, because the second half comes around. Korea is a new team in this half, fighting for the ball, keeping things pretty level, making it hard for Portugal to generate a chance. Don't want to harp on him too much, but Ronaldo having some opportunities, man, and falling a little short, bro. Falling a little short.
Well, then I do actually want to go because I had a take on this. I think Ronaldo's had a poor World Cup overall. I really do think so. In that first game, I actually tried to highlight his misses a little bit. I didn't want to be too harsh because it was the first game, but I haven't seen anything from him over the course of these 3 games, man. I think the idea was play him here so he can just get more minutes, get more touches, maybe score a couple of goals too. But it just backfired because I saw nothing from Ronaldo overall. And more so, he's just having sloppy touches in advanced positions, or he's making the wrong choices, or his passes are short, or they're overhit. He's just out of form, basically. And it's tough because what do you do? You know, if you're Fernando Santos, what do you do? Do you take him off? But would you? I don't know if I would.
You're winning. You're winning.
Yeah.
You're winning the games where your whole starting 11 starts.
Right.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, if I'm Santos, I actually don't think I would take him off simply because he is Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the greatest strikers of this generation, one of the greatest overall footballers to have ever lived. So you just can't sit him. But man, is he having a tough tournament. That's the unfortunate part.
It's really rough, but I think it makes sense with the way he's been playing for the past few months at Manchester and the way he's been utilized, man. Like, it actually did end up hurting him. I thought there'd be a part of Ronaldo that would be like, you know what? I'm not getting minutes. I'm not seeing big-time minutes at Manchester United, but fuck it. I'm Ronaldo, man. I'm the most followed guy on Instagram. Like, I can fucking go out there and just show unrivaled confidence and step the fuck up.
Yeah.
And I think we've seen a little bit of the opposite of that. He's struggling. He's struggling to get in there, and he'll get in really good positions, but his shot will get blocked by a player. It'll go out for a corner, or he just doesn't generate the opportunity that I know prime Ronaldo would have. So I do hope that he continues starting because he still might have that in him. He still has that quality. He still has that knowledge, that know-how. Yeah. There might be a moment, man. He might be saving it for the knockout stages. He got away within the group stage, but knockout stage time, bro, Ronaldo has to show up because, my goodness, what a lift that would give to Portugal because, for real, bro, the rest of the team is showing up. The rest of the team is coming through offensively, man.
I think
Bruno,
so.
2-2. Joao Felix getting a few goals. Rafael Leao as well getting
coming
involved.
Off the bench,
The team is showing up. If Ronaldo can be the focal point that they need, then maybe they can get something really good going.
Yeah, absolutely. And to talk about other Portuguese players that I thought had a good game today, I thought Vitinha was good, man. I thought he was solid on the ball, made good decisions. It was tight. He made good, tight passes. And again, I've said it. I think Portugal need to be a little bit more fluid in that midfield instead of playing, for example, William Carvalho. So Vitinha at least put his name in the hat. Be like, coach, you know, you pick me. You're gonna pick a solid, fluid midfielder. But whether Santos actually changes in the round of 16, man, I doubt he will.
Yeah. I like these comments from David Almeida. Ronaldo had a terrible game today, but the other two haven't been bad. Not great, but just decent games. That's kind of how I feel.
Just
That's
decent, yeah.
The rest were just decent, but they weren't great, man.
I need to see, I need to see better, man. That's what I'm saying.
Ronaldo, it's time to come to the MLS. Drunken Ramblings with Aaron, one of my favorite names in this chat, man. Having to work, so can't watch right now. Just wanted to give a little and say what a day of games. Keep up the awesome podcast. That there is love.
That's
man.
love.
That's love right there, man. Thank you, my friend. Hit 44, $2. Thank you, my friend. Looking at the bracket, Switzerland's going to semis. We'll look at the bracket in a second, man. I'm excited. Chat from my favorite letter in the alphabet, H, $10. Thank you, bro. Not even expecting Korea to beat Brazil. Just want them to play head-to-head with style, but without regrets. Soltero, you better start picking your favorite K-League team. Vamos Korea and Team Underdogs. You got a favorite K-League team?
The only team I've seen actually play is probably Ulsan Hyundai and Jeonbuk Motors. Two good teams that would make AFC Champions League finals. So I've seen them play in finals, but other than that, I haven't seen K-League.
Yeah.
So I'll get more into it.
I want to know what a mid-tier K-League team looks like, man. They are shit at everything but sending in crosses, bro. I swear. Ghanaian fans cheering Korea when they found out that Uruguay was knocked out of the World Cup shows how much the rivalry goes, and that's true. Because for a moment, Ghana seemed so uninspired because they just couldn't find a way to inflict damage onto Uruguay, especially with them being 2-0 up and Portugal and South Korea being tied. But the moment South Korea went up, which we still have yet to talk about.
I know, I was about to say, I forgot.
Things got very, very feisty for the Ghanaians, who were able to eventually just bunker in and hold the Uruguayans off. So let's talk about that moment, man. 91st minute?
Yeah.
Something like that?
92nd, 93rd, yeah.
Heung-min Son picks up the ball on the other side of the field, man. Yeah. Carries that thing forward like it's the Korean flag in a war. Like he is carrying that ball through the fucking
acres
midfield.
of space.
Acres, bro.
Acres.
and he just pushes. And I said, son, go with pace and go with faith, brother. Go with faith. Find that ball. Figure it out. Figure it out because he's approaching that defensive line. And there's like 3 Portuguese players just waiting for him.
Yeah.
But something that I didn't notice is that as he's chopping, on his left, he has Hwang Hee-chan doing the exact same goddamn
I'm
thing,
coming, brother.
Son! I'm coming! And the ball that Heung-min Son places him is one of the best assists we've seen at this tournament. Megging a Portuguese player in the process, landing at Heung-min Son's feet, a beautiful shifted place finish, and nothing but Korean scenes for the rest of the game. Absolute madness. South Korea goes up 2-1 on Portugal through an incredible play between these 2 players, and emotions ensue, man. Emotions ensue. Portugal push, but they never find that ultimate game-tying goal. South Korea qualifies to the round of 16 through an absolute upset and through something that I do think was truly deserved.
Yeah, man. But just to talk about that goal one last time, because it's so worth talking about again. Dude, the composure that Son had to slow it down after he was going 100 miles an hour, to slow it down, survey the situation for a split second, see Hwang Hee-chan in his periphery, and then just to lay off that pass. Unbelievable, man.
World class.
World class. Knowing that they needed 1 goal, knowing there's only a few minutes left in the game, for him to slow it down and play a pass? Ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know if any other player, even like Messi, actually elects to pass it in that situation, man. That's a ridiculous decision, but my God, did it pay off, because Hwang Hee-chan is in space and he slots it home.
Yeah, so many times this tournament, we've seen players just go full speed for a moment and then they get stuck. They don't know whether to pass, whether to shoot, and the defense just easily steals that ball. I could say a name like Anthony Robinson, my friend.
Yeah.
He does that so many times in the game where he's chopping like crazy because he has so much space, and then he looks up and he's around 3 defenders and he loses the ball.
Yeah.
For Heung-min Son to do what he did, it was truly, truly incredible.
Yeah.
But then the finish too, man.
The good
Hwang
finish.
Hee-chan, step the fuck up. I love the celebration, bro.
Yeah,
I love the
yeah.
celebration. Just flexing on these
Korean
people,
muscle, brother.
Korean.
God damn.
A Korean tank, man. He was loaded, bro. Loaded. I love to see that, man. Let me read some of these comments, man. Let's go all the way up because this chat is active right now. Down a little bit more. Down a little bit more. Down a little bit more. Here we go. Son Heung-min sustained multiple fractures around his left eye less than a month ago. Provides the 91st minute assist to send them through. Captain, leader, legend, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, Balu Kumar, you need to write for like ESPN or something. You could be a writer, man.
That was so
amazing.
well written. Oh my God.
Props to Asian teams, man. Gotta talk about the sheer passion they have brought to the pitch.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
insane passion. No team, saw that. Hail Mary, yeah. Santi, $10. $10, bro. Thank you, man. Are you guys not taking into consideration that Argentina is used to taking on a full-blown Brazil squad and pulling off a win? That Clásico atmosphere makes that game a toss-up, honestly. Yeah, it's a different topic right now. We'll acknowledge it a little later, yeah? Let's stay on South Korea.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. We'll talk about that
in
the
the
knockouts.
knockouts.
The knockouts. Chase Kinnison. Hey, good to
Hey,
see you, my
boy.
friend. $20. Tottenham's finest. Son Heung-min making his presence felt with the distribution. Interesting shift in momentum with 3 AFC teams in the knockout stage. Beers all around. Folks, if you didn't know, I played soccer with Chase Kinnison growing up, man. He was on my team, the Strikers, the Sherman Strikers. We played for a good time, and that's a good friend of ours. So thank you, Chase, for that donation. Thank you. Reynoso, nice sweater. Where did you get it? I actually got this at Buffalo Exchange here in Austin, a little thrift store. I like thrifting, man. It's nice. Saves money. Son had insane field of vision and Son had insane field of vision and patience to a dude running from halfway back the field was insane.
The patience of it all, it really gets me, man. It really does.
Donation from H. Once again, thank you, my friend. This proves again that Wolves are not using Hee-chan right. Wasting talents, man. Yeah, man. Wolves,
possibly.
Wolves are in the dirt right now, man. In the dirt. Love for Korea, guys. Awesome attitude. Yeah, honestly, man. To never give up, man. Never give up. Being down 1-0 and flipping the game 2-1 at the end of the day. That's fucking awesome, man. Son needs to move to a bigger team ASAP. Man deserves more trophies than he has. I mean, bro, if South Korea wins the World Cup, I think he'd be fine with the career of not winning trophies if he's got the World Cup for South Korea, man.
Even if he gets to like the semis, that'd be so big, especially in the modern era with a Korean team.
Sir.
That'd be ridiculous.
Yes,
For
sir.
Korea, I think even to get past a round of 16 would be ridiculous.
Chimp Radio, what a name. Son had better vision with a fractured eye.
That is what's crazy.
Starless sign 28, $5. Thank you, broski. South Korea and Japan ready for the knockout. Love y'all's content. Texas is orange, by the way. Arriba, Atlético Madrid.
Hey, Atleti, los colchoneros, let's fucking go, bro.
A little sad we won't be waking up seeing games could be affected by other games. Rest in peace, group stages. Honestly, rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. All right, we got Nick Buis, $5. Thank you, my guy. Soltero, stop being so salty with Argentina. I mean, they are looking good now, but when Brazil, France, Portugal, Spain lose, and it's an excuse. It's an excuse. For example, a B team.
First off, thank you for the $5, Nick, but you're completely wrong about Portugal and Spain. I've been really critical of them. I don't think this Portuguese team is good. I've constantly been saying I want to see more. And Spain, I went off on them yesterday. I guess you maybe weren't there, but the Spanish team have really, really disappointed me. So much so, I'll put them in the same category as Argentina. But Brazil and France look good. I will say that is good.
You can't use the B team. You can't use the B team excuse for Brazil and France because
I could.
They fielded B teams. Bro.
Yeah.
B
But I get what you're saying, but it's also false. So come on, man.
Daniel Carrasco, who's this chump, bro? Great content, boys. Keep up the good work. Thank you, my guy. Thank you. Kudu stocks are at an all-time high. David Sanchez, Buffalo Exchange on Guadalupe is my shit. Cheers to fellow Texas. That's literally where I got this, man. Yo, that's crazy, man. All right, so that sums up that game. No, anything else we want to talk about in this sense, at least with South Korea? Pretty awesome, man.
Dude, yeah, an incredible moment. Oh, yeah, just to finish on the Koreans, man. I thought it was so harsh for them to lose against Ghana, and this almost has vilified it. For them to not truly give up. Yes, it was against a Portuguese A- or B+ team, but they never gave up. They went full force, and they were able to get the dub. And fortunately, things went their way in the Ghana-Uruguay game. So Korea, I think, as you already said, completely deserved that they are able to narrowly go through in this group, man. And for Ghana, I think it's tough, man, but they kind of choked a little bit, just a little bit. I know Uruguay really came at them, but Ghana should have expected that. They should have been tighter at the back, but also still fluid up front. But Uruguay just had a better game plan on the day. Ghana, I thought, lost it overall, but Korea completely deserved and so happy and excited to see what they can do in the round of 16. It's going to be tough, but man, do they have my support.
Yeah, I like this super chat right here from Sanjay. He says, all the World Cup favorite teams have now been defeated by Asian and African teams. When you think about it, yeah, man, France lost to Tunisia. Brazil lost to Cameroon. Spain to Japan.
Yeah.
Portugal to South Korea.
Yeah.
Every single big team, man.
Shit.
Every single team.
That's dope.
Yeah. And in the World Cup, and you guys are rocking. Thank you, my guy. Thank you, man. All right, let's do match ratings. Let's talk about the matches today. Which one was the best one of the day? We'll start with, we'll just go the way we've usually done it. We'll do South Korea against Portugal. What would you guys rate this on a scale of 1 to 10? Remember, the ratings are about encompassing how good this match was in terms of entertainment, how good it was in terms of quality, atmosphere, all things that just kind of bring in a whole World Cup game. What would you guys rate it? 1 to 10, South Korea against Portugal. What do you guys give it? A 10, 7.5, an 8, a 9, an 8, a 10. Damn, sounds like you guys really like this one. I think the scenes at the very end were incredible,
It
man.
puts it at a minimum 8.5 for me.
Yeah, I agree. We'll go, I think we might have to go 9 here.
Let's do it.
I think we have to go 9. 9 for South Korea against Portugal. Next match, Ghana versus Uruguay. Ghana-Uruguay, the history behind this game, a missed penalty to go full circle, as we mentioned. What do you guys think about this one? Uruguay getting the lead, but still needing that extra goal. Maybe it was nice for you to see Uruguay lose this game or essentially get eliminated through this game. What did you guys think? 6, 7? Yeah, I'm seeing something a little lower. 6, 7. I think 7 for this one. Yeah, because after they got the 2 goals,
They didn't do anything.
They didn't do anything, man.
Yeah.
Nothing. 7. Next following set of games, we'll do Cameroon-Brazil. The first African team to beat a Brazilian team at the World Cup.
It is crazy, man.
Crazy chances from from Brazil as well, with the Cameroonian goalkeeper going off, man. Off. I don't know his name because I think he was starting for the first time, no? Or did he start last game?
He started last game because Onana
That's what
lost
happened.
favor, but it's Epasi?
Okay.
Epasi,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. Cameroon, Brazil. What did you guys think? 5, 8, 7, 8.3, 8.5. Okay, I think this is better than. This is definitely better than Ghana, Uruguay. I'll go 7.5. Yeah, we can meet at 7.5. 7.5 it is. And lastly, Serbia, Switzerland. 5 goals in this game.
Yeah.
5 goals in
Yeah.
this match. Heated. Nearly saw a few fights. Shaka right in the middle of it. What did you guys think? What did you guys think? Between Serbia and Switzerland, there's a lot at stake here, with Serbia even getting the lead at one point. 8, 9.5, 8.7, 9, 10. Shit, man. This is going to be tight. This is going to be tight. We'll have to do a poll here. Serbia versus Switzerland or South Korea versus Portugal? Which one was a better game? I want to know what people think.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10s, 6s, 9s. Damn, yeah, this is going to be a close one, Switzerland. Switzerland. And then South Korea against Portugal. Let's do the poll here so we can define who wins the Give and Go's match of the day. Looking forward to this poll right here. What do y'all have to say? What do y'all think? Poll just went up. And we have people saying 10s. My dad's love for soccer came back since he listens to you guys. I appreciate that because it's been so long since him and I talked so excited about soccer.
Damn, man.
No way, man.
I'm really happy for you guys, honestly. 'Cause
Damn,
that's literally why I and we do this.
Yeah, man. I hope that one day when I have a kid, man, that I have a strong football relationship with them, man. Honestly. Which was the better game? 120 votes are in. South Korea versus Portugal, 63%. Serbia versus Switzerland, 37%. And I actually agree because once Switzerland went up in the game, I just did not sense Serbia getting back into it, man. They kind of gave up, man. And so I'll go South Korea against Portugal to win the Give and Go's match of the day.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff, man. Awesome. I think it's time we move on now to the knockout round predictions. Let's talk about who do we think will win the round of 16, and we're gonna do this through Pooky. Yeah, I don't think let's not do that this time around. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just do it through
We'll just go
Pooky.
straight through Pooky. So we'll get that set up in the meantime. That's a Pooky ad. We'll go in the meantime. A bunch of salty Serbia fans in the chat, man. Let me read some of these comments in the meantime while producer Rug gets it set up. Good to go? Yeah. All right, cool. So we're on Pookie's website once again. Thank you to Pooky for sponsoring the show. We're going to use this just to kind of make our predictions. Go ahead and click on play now. Thank you, my friend. Progressing on to the next page. We'll do Matchday 13. Matchday 13 to start. So the first game we have to predict is Netherlands against the USA. Go ahead and click on it, producer Rod. This gets interesting, man.
Really
this gets
interesting.
The USA has a golden opportunity here to beat a Dutch team that apparently is riddled with the flu, man. The flu has infiltrated the locker room of the Dutch. Very weird, very bizarre. I wonder if it's even real or if it's like gamesmanship from Louis van Gaal.
Or is it only like 1 or 2 players and he's saying, oh, the whole locker room's infected?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, is it a mental game, though?
Yeah.
What's going on here? Regardless, going to be an awesome match to start off the round of 16. The first game of the day. I want you to go first on this one, my guy.
Michael Jordan played with the flu once, and it worked out for him. So ultimately, I'm going to say no excuses here for the Netherlands, unless it's like truly dire,
Okay.
like health-wise.
Okay.
I think I've already kind of highlighted it. I'm not changing my mind here. The USA will win tomorrow. And I can't believe it's already tomorrow, dude. I feel like I just went through the emotions of the USA beating Iran. That literally just seems like it was yesterday. So here we are yet again with another huge game. The US's biggest game since 2014. Can you believe that, man? It has been 8 years since we've seen the U.S. play a round of 16 game. This is the biggest game in our history for the last 8 years. I am so excited to see what happens. But we are winning, brother. We are winning. I already highlighted it. Our midfield three of Musa, McKinney, and Adams, I think, are better than the Dutch midfield. Outside of maybe De Jong, I think De Jong is truly world class. But I think his help has simply not been there this tournament. I think we'll swarm them. We'll make it very difficult for them. But we don't stop there because our front line has been very fluid this entire tournament. Yes, the goals aren't necessarily there, but neither are Brazil's. Brazil's only scored 3 goals this tournament. That's it. If you think about what you would expect from Brazil, you'd think 5, 6, maybe even 7 goals. So if we're scoring on par with Brazil, but we're playing just as fluid, I'm happy with that. I really am. I'm not going to be worried about our efficiency in front of goal. Christian Pulisic has stated that he is ready to play. He had a abdominal contusion, something that you actually can play against and actually won't harm you any further. So I'm very excited to see what the U.S. can do because I do think we have a good chance. The Netherlands offense has not been firing outside of Cody Gakpo. We shut him down. We shut this entire Dutch offense down. So USA all day.
Do you have a predicted score?
Fuck.
For Pooky?
For Pooky?
Pooky rewards you if you go for an upset type of prediction.
Okay.
So here it would be considered an upset with the USA. So what score do you think you see happening in this match?
2-1. Let's go 2-1.
2-1? 2-1. Set that up for us, producer. Run. Submit that prediction. Yes, sir. Set prediction. And as you can see, yes, sir, prediction is in. A potential of 400 points if you get it right. I'm on the opposite side, brother. I'm on the opposite side here. I have a trauma attached to Netherlands that I have to give them the benefit of the doubt until I see otherwise. When it comes to CONCACAF teams, man, I have to. And when I do think tactically, when I compare that Dutch defense against the U.S. defense, I'm concerned with the USA's defense, man. I get worried, bro. I really do. The whole team as a whole gets very tired out after a certain set of minutes. Does that Dutch consistency come into play? Does that ruthlessness in a knockout round finally show up? I think it does, man. And I think they're going to have a very cold type of victory here against the USA. I'll also just say 1-0. 1-0 for the Netherlands. Cody Gakpo might find himself at the end of a ball, score that goal, get the game winner. I'm going Netherlands for this one. But if the USA wins this one, then for the first time in my life, I am fully USA in the quarterfinals from then on. And I'm fully on board with this shit. But I cannot do it in the round of 16, being that it's the Netherlands, man.
If the Netherlands had a fluid Memphis Depay and Bergwijn, I would actually give the edge to the Netherlands. But can I say something here?
Yeah, go for it.
If this was Mexico playing like this, what would you be saying? Would
like
you be
the USA?
Yeah. Would you be saying that the Netherlands would still have your number? Don't and be
No, I
honest
wouldn't.
here. Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Well, then where's the love then?
Because I can now be objective.
No.
If it was Mexico, I'd be flooded with my bias, with my love for the team. So no matter what, I'd find a way to predict Mexico to win that game. But now I can be objective. I can look at both sides and be like, oh, I see that the Netherlands have an edge here. I really do. And so for that reason, I'm going Netherlands.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Then never mind.
I wish Mexico played this way, though. I really do. So, yeah, we submitted a prediction, and that is that. What's crazy about tomorrow is that we are already getting Argentina's round of 16 matchup, man. Already, right off of the bat. Wait, should I read some of these comments about the Netherlands game? The fucking mouse, dude. You will not stop moving that mouse. Why you keep moving it? I'm wondering. You're spelling stuff out? Are people reading what you're spelling? 2-0 Netherlands, USA 1, Netherlands 0. 2-1 Netherlands, okay. Draw 0-0. Would love extra time for this one. 0-0 penalties, USA wins. Netherlands 2, USA 1. Okay. Yeah, apologies. I don't know. Can we make a poll for this? Yeah. Yeah? You think we can? Yeah. Let's talk about this matchup then a little bit more. Let's talk about USA Netherlands. And no longer draw because there has to be a winner. Yeah. I'll talk about the bracket in the meantime. USA and Netherlands are on the side of a bracket where they will be facing off against the winner of Argentina against Australia. Mm-hmm. Also on this bracket is Japan, Croatia, and Brazil, South Korea. So a really interesting side of the bracket, man. In my opinion, the quote-unquote weaker side with a really strong Brazilian team here, an interesting Argentine side, and then the USA and the Netherlands. But then you have these Asian teams, man. You have Australia, you have Japan, you have South Korea. This is setting up to either be an Asian team coming out of this side of the bracket, or that's crazy. There's only 2 European sides on this bracket.
That's it.
Yeah, Netherlands and Croatia. This is it. I've never seen a side of a bracket in a World Cup look like this. It's so interesting.
That's definitely a weak side, man.
Yeah, it's a weak side, man.
That is a weak side.
Poll, what are we saying? Ooh, that is close.
Hell yeah.
That is close. USA 52% at 110 votes against the Netherlands at 48% right now. That's crazy. That is crazy. I cannot wait to start off the day like this, man. I really can't.
Oh, dude. Dude, to start off with this game tomorrow, we're going to be spoiled, bro. Spoiled.
Chat extremely biased. USA going to upset all Asian teams on the same side. Damn. Damn. Yeah, you're right. African teams are on the other side. Wow. Okay. Let's move on to the second game of the day. Argentina against Australia. This one is also going to be so fun to watch because Australia is doing some magical shit right now. Winning the first time winning back-to-back matches at the World Cup. They have as much momentum as they've ever had before. Sure, maybe they don't have the talent that they used to have. Maybe they don't have the quality of players that they had, but this team has a heart like no other, man. They have that Australian grit alongside them. They have a really smart coach in Graham Arnold, and Matthew Leckie and the rest of these players are looking really, really in form. They're set to face off against an Argentine side that ended up winning their last 2 games of the World Cup, now has momentum going into the round of 16, not conceding a goal in their past 2 games, and scoring 4 goals total. So they made it out. They made it past that first hump of that loss against Saudi Arabia. Now is their time to fully step up. No more getting lazy. No more getting questionable. Let's see Argentina step up to the plate, beat an Australian side to then proceed onto this tournament because they've been gifted a very favorable bracket, in my opinion. Yeah. And to start off with Australia, they have to find a way to win this game. Otherwise, it truly will be pure disappointment for this Argentina team.
Yeah, no, that's beautifully put, bro. Just looking at it from a tactical perspective for both Argentina and Australia, Australia have to do exactly what they've done these past 2 games. Sit back, have 2 holding midfielders just wreak havoc. Don't let the Argentines have too much space or time on the ball. And then pick your moments. Never overcommit. Send 3-4 players max going forward. That way you keep your defensive structure at all times. You do that, you're going to frustrate this Argentine side. For Argentina, they need to go full throttle as soon as the whistle goes because they'll have a chance to catch Australia off guard. I think that's the only way Argentina can get a really comfortable win is if they score in the first 20 minutes. If Australia can keep a clean sheet in the first 20 minutes, then I think it's going to be another Argentina-Mexico where the longer it goes, Argentina is going to get more and more desperate. They're going to get more and more sweaty, and they're going to have to rely on Messi more and more and more. So I think that 20-minute mark is going to be really crucial for Australia. If they don't get caught off guard, Australia will keep it tight, I would say, for the majority of the game. All that being said, though, I do have Argentina beating Australia.
Okay. Yeah. I think Australia wins this game as well. I think. Yeah. Oh yeah, my fault. That's so casually. No, Argentina. I have Argentina winning this match. I do think that the fact that they won the past 2 games, that's just momentum, man. Yeah. That is World Cup momentum, and that comes at a fine price. And they have it right now, so they're gonna utilize that to fuel themselves to beat and outgrit this Australian side. I have Argentina winning, and I'll go with. You know what? They're 2 back-to-back 2-0 victories. I'm gonna go another 2-0.
Okay.
Another 2-0. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Another 2-0.
Yep.
Set that prediction for me. Yes, sir. Okay. Fair enough. 2-0. And let's do a poll here. Who wins this matchup between Australia and Argentina? I love it, man. I love it because we could either see an Argentina-Netherlands matchup in the quarterfinals. We could see Argentina against USA. And I know that from your perspective, you're already thinking USA beats this shaky Dutch side. They then set off to face against Argentina. Can you imagine how that game for yourself, bro?
Oh, that'd be insane.
USA.
That'd be against USA, bro.
The USA.
Out of all the teams who play against Argentina in a big quarterfinal game, it'd be the US, bro. That's Christmas coming early for me. Truly.
And yeah, either Argentina wins that matchup to go to semis or USA wins that matchup to go to fucking semis. That'd be insane itself. What a matchup that would be.
Yeah, just real quick, as surface level as I can be, if the U.S. can beat the Netherlands and prove that they're good enough to, then the U.S. will beat Argentina.
Ooh, yeah. Soltero the Octopus? Soltero the Octopus. Who wins Argentina versus Australia? Argentina at 81%, Australia at 19%. Yeah, I hope that Australia can once again just shut us up, man. I hope.
Man. I'd love that.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope, man. For them to just do it, just continue to keep doing it, man, it'd be fucking insane.
Or even if, like, for me, that would be also just keeping it 0-0 and losing, like, in the 90th minute.
Yeah.
Like, that would be, okay, Australia show the fuck up. Even if they lose by a very narrow margin, I'd be so happy and proud of them. That'd be so dope to see.
Yeah, let me do a mini poll here. Should producer Rudd keep moving the mouse? I need to know, should he keep moving the mouse? Yes or no, folks? You can end that one now. Yeah, we got it. I want to know. I want to know because I'm on the no side, man. I've had enough of this mouse, bro. Enough. But I'm seeing so many people either say yes or no. We are defining this now. Should he keep moving the mouse? Because good Lord, man. Good Lord. Let's see what they say. Yes, keep moving.
Keep
Yes.
moving.
I'm seeing yeses. I'm seeing another yes. A no. A no. Soltero is drunk. A no. No. Yeah, some guy's begging for a no. Chaos in the chat. W for the producer. No, it is annoying. Emojis. Yes. Shit, man. I'm seeing a 63-37 split right now. I like it. Move it.
Keep
I like
moving
it.
it.
Keep moving
That's
it.
what it
I think
says.
you're going to keep moving it. You have to keep moving it now. You have to keep moving it. All right, back to Pooky then. Back to Pooky. On to the next matchup, which I'll see what it is on Pooky. I gotta define what it is on Pooky. Evil. Oh, producer Bud's typing. Now let's go back to Pooky. Let's go to Pooky. Let's go Pooky. Let's keep this thing going, man. Let's keep it going. France-Poland. France-Poland, the next game up on Saturday. Saturday, man. France-Poland. Why don't you
Or
preview
Sunday,
this?
yeah,
Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
it says Saturday on there. It confused me. Preview this one for us.
France, Poland. I'm so negative on this Polish side, man. I know that they were the second best team to get out of this group, but they did it by just fortunately having worse teams to play against. Losing to Argentina, and rightfully so. And that game, I think, told you all. Poland don't like having the ball. They can't have the ball because they truly don't have a midfield. They have good players on paper, sure. For example, in Krychowiak and Zielinski, I've said so many times, Zielinski's played out of position. You don't find him in the midfield because the Polish coach actually just likes to play on the wings. He says, we're not going to play in the middle. Let's just play down the wings. And when you play against a really good possessive side like Argentina, you're going to get cooked, bro. And who holds the ball just as well, if not better than Argentina? France does. So this game's done for me. I already know what's going to happen in this game. Poland are going to try to keep their back five in line. They're going to try to keep it as integral as they can, but France will eventually break them with the likes of Mbappe, Griezmann off the pass, just whatever they want. Dembele on the other side. Hell, even Giroud's looked pretty good this tournament. He might get a goal. And then you also obviously have good midfield talent. Rabiot getting involved at times. Chouameni just holding down the fort defensively in that midfield position. There's just too many options for France, and Poland have not shown me that they can score on a consistent basis, especially against an elite defense like France. So this one's easy for me. France all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Let's do predictions.
This might be the most straightforward round of 16 game, to be honest. Like, I would even say Korea have a better chance against Brazil than Poland do against France.
More than Argentina, Australia as well?
I would say Australia have a better chance to keep it tighter than Poland have a better chance of keeping it tight against France.
All right. What are we going with here? I'll let you do this one.
I don't know. 2-0?
2-0?
2-0?
2-0.
I don't see Poland scoring other than maybe a penalty or like a Lewandowski wonder goal. That'd be the only way.
Yeah, they haven't been able to. They weren't able to score against Mexico. They weren't able to score against Argentina. Only got goals against Saudi Arabia
Exactly.
so far.
Exactly, bro.
Set that prediction, producer Rod. Set that prediction, and should we even do a poll for this one, folks? Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. In the meantime, we'll just talk about where these two teams will be. Do a poll for me, please, just so I can see where the people stand. If France wins this game, so let's talk about the other side of the bracket, because this is where France and Poland are in. The other side of the bracket has England against Senegal, France and Poland facing off against the winner of that matchup.
Oh, okay.
Then Morocco, Spain, and Portugal, Switzerland.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So big teams on this side are Portugal, Spain, France, England. That is a tough side, man. Tough side. Throw in two really hot African teams in Senegal, Morocco, a really strong team in Switzerland, bro. Damn.
That's a tough bracket. Yeah.
Tough.
Holy shit.
That's really, really tough.
Yeah.
We have England. Oh,
Yeah,
we're
we're
doing
doing
England,
England,
Senegal.
Senegal.
Oh, sure.
Let's just move on.
Just move on.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
yeah.
skipping it. Yeah, that's cool. That's
We're
cool.
good,
We're
we're
just
good.
skipping it. Yeah. You guys, let this poll play out for a little bit. Who wins England versus Senegal? England at 62%, Senegal at 38%. To preview this game, England got first in their group without losing a single game. They showed a little bit of concerns with that USA game, but ultimately they still finished first, and they look good to go, especially with how they produced against Wales. On the other hand, Senegal, man, big matchup against Ecuador where they needed to get the result, and God damn it, they got it, man. huge result. And the way they went about it was also really impressive. Dismantling Ecuador and breaking their hearts in the process. Yeah. They are now in the round of 16 with Aliou Cisse leading the line. And, dude, doing all this without Sadio Mane, man.
That's so impressive.
Dude. So impressive. At this point, these players, I mean, they got to be thinking that anything's possible, bro. AFCON champions, man.
Yeah.
African royalty facing off against this English team. I think it'll be really fun, man. I think it'll be really fun. I think it'll be back and forth a lot. I haven't thought about my prediction here. I need to think. The poll says 65% for England, 35% for Senegal. People saying it's not coming home. Senegal 2, Pickford 0. Senegal 3, England 0. Senegalese magic feels like it's on a timer. This might be it.
That's interesting.
Whoa.
One thing I do wonder about Senegal is, can they play as offensive as they did against Ecuador against a team like England? Can they? Obviously, I know Senegal have the backline covered. Koulibaly has been immense this entire tournament. He's not going to let up against England. He's not. He's been playing at the highest club level he could for these last 4 or 5 years. Koulibaly's going to love this opportunity to play against Premier League talent in this English side. From a midfield perspective, you could actually say the same thing. You know, whether it's Pathé Ciss, who plies his trade in La Liga, Idrissa Gana Gueye, who's played with the likes of PSG and now playing at Everton. Again, these are really good players who know how to play at the highest level. You bring that all together, you get a team that just won the African Cup of Nations. This team is in a lot of good form right now. And even when you look at top, without Sadio Mane, Boulaye Dia has been really active, finding good space, dividing those defensive lines, getting fed. He just doesn't have the finish yet, but maybe he gets it against a game like England. It might be tough, but he has that opportunity. Ismaila Sarr just had his best game against Ecuador. He repeats that type of performance, and who knows what type of wonder goal that Ismaila Sarr could get. So I think there's a lot of opportunity here for Senegal to have a good game, but it's going to be tough, man. I'm not saying they actually pull it off, but they definitely have the ability to. England on the other side, you already said it, pretty much waltzed their way through this group stage, had a weird game against the USA, but overall didn't concede and looked pretty stout at the back. And in their games against Wales and Iran, dude, they went off, man. They went completely off with a flurry of goals. So I actually think this one's tough to predict. I'm going to be completely honest. On paper, it might be easy to say, oh, England wins this, but I think Senegal will have something to say. I just wonder if they're going to be able to pull it off. But if they do, if Senegal played the perfect game, I could actually see them winning this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually could.
I'm going England and Senegal go to extra time.
Okay.
1-1 tied at the end of regulation. And then the 108th minute. I'm going to get this specific.
Yeah.
In the 108th minute, John Stones, header from the corner, gets them a victory. 2-1. England wins the game.
Yeah.
If I get that shit right, man. So I'll submit the Pooky prediction through my prediction. I'm going to go England 2, Senegal 1.
Yeah, and the thing is, I could easily seeing it be that tight. I really could. 1-1, 90th minute, no goals, extra time. Who wants it? Who tires out? I could see it being this tight for sure, dude.
Yeah, we mentioned in our preview of Senegal. They never get blown out, man. Never.
Never.
So I don't see England being able to do that. They're going to make it really, really tight and difficult. They're going to make England earn it for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm interested to see what's England made of, bro. Knockout stage at the World Cup against a tough round of 16 opponent. What are you made of, man? Yeah. It's time to find out.
I think just to say who actually wins it, I think I'm going to go England. I think when you look at England and Senegal pound for pound, I would say their defense are actually pretty similar. Even their midfield could be on par. But I think where England have the edge is their offensive line. I think the absence of Sadio Mane will finally be truly felt for Senegal. And I think England will just edge Senegal in this game. So I got England going through.
England lacked the ability to penetrate tight defenses. Senegal threw from penalties. John Stones, mate, he's a waffler. Yeah, man, I'm going John Stones. I feel like the easy pick here is like a Harry Kane or like a Phil Foden or maybe Marcus Rashford or something. But nah, I'm saying England looks to their center backs for that final game-winning goal off of a set piece. It'll be either Harry Maguire or John Stones. You heard this here, folks, man. You heard this here, folks. Julio Hernandez. You guys are way more watchable than the ESPN FC. Great points. Thank you, man.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, bro. Did we do a poll? We did. They had England winning. So looks like you're going England. I'm going England. And ultimately, the chat is going England. But I can't wait to watch this one. This will be one of the tighter matchups in the round of 16. The next game that we will go with is, let me see that browser cam. Let me see what's next on Pooky. We're going to have to switch over to the other match day that we had. So see if you can go back. Okay. Okay, we'll do it that way. We'll do it that way. It seems like the score stay put. Match day 14. Let's do the last 4 predictions. Japan versus Croatia. Folks, you heard what I said. You heard what I said about this game. If Japan wins this matchup, I will watch all of Blue Lock. I don't know how many seasons there are. I actually never seen anime in my life. I think I watched half a season of Naruto. I am not an anime guy. But if Japan wins this matchup, I will sit my ass down and potentially stream this shit live and watch fucking Blue Lock, man. I really will. I really will. That's why I have Croatia winning this matchup.
Yeah, I was about to say. That means you got to go Croatia, bro.
I'm begging for Croatia to win this matchup, man, because I'm busy, man. I am busy. I am short on time right now. Yeah. And Croatia, I think, is so stout. I think what they have over Japan is knockout round experience. Ooh. And some of the best out there, man, with Luka Modric being in that midfield, Ivan Perisic as well. A young Kovacic who was part of that 2018 squad, now getting his opportunity to lead that midfield and be a big part of the midfield in a knockout stage game. I see Croatia winning this game, man, but I do not see this being an easy game at all, dude. As we mentioned, Japan has tactics involved. They have a style of play that they utilize. I would not be surprised. If anything, I expect Croatia to completely dominate that first half. Well, I'll be interested to see is the 15 minutes to 20 minutes once the second half starts, man. Because it is a pattern, bro. Germany and Spain both went through it. Will they do it again to this Croatian team? Another European side that they could potentially take down in the process, man. I'd lose my shit, man. Yeah. I lose my shit. I started watching the fucking Blue Lock show midway through the game. Midway through the goddamn game. I'd stop the game. I'd watch that shit, man, because that would be truly a sign of an incredible game plan and game style that just can't be figured out if they are able to do it against this Croatian team to push themselves to the quarterfinals.
I'm praying that Moriyasu tells his players, look, guys, I know we have that tactic of starting slow in the first half, but let's keep it a little tight this time. Because in each time they've done that, they've conceded, and that can't work every time. There will be moments where that no longer works, and moments will be bigger on the bigger stage. For example, like in a round of 16 game against Croatia, who made it to the final in 2018. So I'm hoping that Japan tighten up in the first half a little bit more than they have, and then go off in the second half, right? If they do that, I have Japan winning this game. Croatia have the tools to win this game, absolutely. I think it's going to be very tight. I don't think Japan will win this game easily. But there's just something about Croatia's offense that hasn't fully convinced me. I don't know whether it's the fluidity, the fact that there are spells where they don't see the ball for large portions of the game, or just the fact that Kramaric, whether it's even Perisic.
Even Perisic hasn't been his best this tournament.
Yeah, like they're just not penetrating the way that I would want them to if I was Croatian. The midfield, I think, has actually been really, really good. It's maybe even been a little bit better than I thought they were going to be. That will be Croatia's biggest selling point. If they win this midfield and dominate it completely, then they might still win this game. But overall, I'm just going to give it to Japan just barely.
Okay. I'll let you get the Pooky prediction here. What's the scoreline going to be for Japan against Croatia?
I'm going to go 1-0. 1-0? I think I'm going to go 1-0.
Okay. No 2-1 this time.
Yeah, I don't think Croatia. I'm hoping Japan keep it tight in the first half, get that one goal in the second half. Croatia, I don't think it will have the whole firepower to score.
Set that prediction for our producer, Rudd. Thank you, sir. Hey, you'll get good points on that one, I'm sure.
We got a super chat just before all the comments.
Super chat? We got a super chat? Let me see the super chat. What we got? Fiddling with a lot of tabs here, brother. Juan Rodarte, $5. Thank you, my guy. Can we get producer Rudd's picks? He says no. He says no. His pick was England to win the tournament from the get-go, and it still is. So, hey, all of our picks are still in play. France, Brazil, and England. The did it not go through? Or maybe it isn't like... There it is. There it is. All right, moving on to the next one. Or should we do a poll for Japan-Croatia real quick? We haven't done... Let's do a poll. Let me do a poll so we can see what people think. Carlos Prado, USA goes through tomorrow. Pulisic goal, man. I would love to see that. Let's make a poll here.
Would
Japan,
you?
Croatia. I really would.
Yeah.
I really would.
I need
Yes.
more support from you, man.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'll halfway support the USA, bro. Halfway, man. But
Nah, you're Dutch.
I'm
You're
Dutch. I'm Dutch, bro.
Yeah.
I'm Dutch.
We just wanted to pull as you're talking.
Yeah, ideally. Yeah, we'll do that.
So let's go to the next one then. Let's go Brazil, Korea, no?
Well, let me just talk about who would face off against each other based off of this result while the poll goes. So, for example, Japan, Croatia will face off against the winner of Brazil, South Korea. So that's going to be an interesting matchup. Assuming Brazil wins that matchup, Japan, Brazil, Croatia, Brazil, or we could see a Japan, South Korea, man. We could see Japan, South Korea in
That'd
the
be
fucking
crazy.
quarters.
That'd be crazy.
The assurance of an Asian team going to the semifinals.
Yeah.
That's what's at stake now. Who wins Japan versus Croatia? Japan 62%, Croatia 38%. So you guys are Japan. You guys are Japan. If you don't pick Japan, you're either Croatian or heartless. Reynoso needs to watch anime. Reynoso will watch hentai live stream.
Shit, man.
That's what Blue Lock is. I fucking knew it, man. I knew it. In the poll, producer, right? Let's move on to Brazil against South Korea. South Korea qualifying through sheer magic, man.
Yeah.
We talked about it at the beginning of the stream. They are through now, and Brazil qualifying through 2 really dominant displays of football, and then 1 display of just a B team losing against a Cameroonian side, which props to Cameroon once again.
Props.
I have Brazil winning. This matchup. I am sorry to my South Koreans. I know that you've gone through so much emotion in the last 2 to 5 hours with what happened today. I know what you're going through, but Brazil is way too strong in my opinion. Way too strong. I think the teams that they beat, I think Korea plays kind of the same level as them in terms of Switzerland or Serbia. And so I do see Brazil dominating this match once again and being back to their old selves following this Cameroon loss. So I'm sorry to be so grim. I'm sorry to be so negative in a Korean sense, but I have Brazil all day, man. All day, bro. I'm saying,
Yeah.
I might go with the 3-0 here.
Do it.
I might go with the 3-0 here.
3-0.
brother. 3-0 Brazil.
I have Brazil winning as well. I think their offense is just too OP for South Korea. If Korea had a more assured backline, I think it would actually be way, way closer because Korea have proved, even against Portugal, Uruguay, and even Ghana to an extent, that their midfield and their offensive line is tricky to figure out for defenses. And I think they'll actually bamboozle Brazil a little bit on that end too. But I just think they concede way more than they'll score. So for that reason, I think it's Brazil's all day. They are the better team. But I hope Korea have big moments like they've had in the group stage because they have the talent, man. We've seen Lee Kang-in have really good impact off the bench. Hwang Hee-chan today with a huge moment for Korea. And then Son, man, we saw him with arguably maybe easily the best assist of the tournament so far. And so they have that type of talent, bro. They have that type of talent going forward. I just really question their back line.
Yeah. And if anything, I don't question Brazil's when they're at full strength with Thiago Silva, Marquinhos, Alisson, and then the fullbacks with whether it's either Militao or Danilo.
Yeah.
And on the other side, Alexandro. Not a single shot on target when they all played together so far in this tournament. I think South Korea might have a really exciting first 20 minutes where they just really kind of trying to bamboozle, like you said, Brazil, and maybe they take advantage. But I don't know if I see them getting out of here with the result, man. I just don't think I can go that far. They didn't go that far. What is the chat saying? Let me see what the chat says. Chat says, one thing is certain, Kim will be playing for Korea. There's so many Kims.
Yeah.
Kim Min-jae is unfortunately injured.
Yeah, he didn't play today.
Yeah. I really think Korea will give it their all and at least not get crushed. I believe that. I can agree with you on that. Is Neymar playing? That's a big one. Brazil, this isn't your abuelo's Brazil. Damn. Okay, he's calling Brazil a fluke. Okay, Brazil 2-0, Brazil 3-0. Brazil is only going through because of Ederson. Bro, Ederson ain't playing, bruv. Do not underestimate anyone, brothers. Yeah. I don't think I'm
do.
Perfectly estimating Korea.
I think we're getting the estimation just right.
Brazil runs are constant, like every few minutes. If Korea can withstand, it'll be right. Brazil 6-0. Okay. Let's do a 3-0 prediction on Pooky for me, please. Remember to go to the site and make your predictions so you can win some actual
3-1?
prizes. We can go 3-1. It's been submitted. It's been submitted.
All right.
Last 2 games to predict. Morocco versus Spain. Give me the poll here, Producer Rudd. Yeah, just end it. Yeah, give me the poll here, Producer Rudd. Morocco against Spain. Winner of this game faces off against the winner of Portugal against Switzerland. Morocco, Spain. I actually really like this matchup.
Me too.
I really, really like this
I
one.
love this one.
Yeah.
I think this game is going to be won in the midfield. Whoever's midfield overtakes the other will then dictate the tempo of the game and ultimately dictate who gets those goals. I said it before. Morocco have a very destructive midfield, and it's going up against a very creative midfield. But if that destruction and chaos overtakes Gavi and Pedri's fluidity, then Spain have no one to look to in that midfield. And it's already been kind of shown. When, in that Germany game, when Gavi, Pedri, and Busquets could not get on the ball for longer than like a second, Spain looked honestly kind of bad. They looked a little lost out there and didn't really know who to look to for offensive plays. And if Morocco's defensive midfield of Amala, Unahi can get going and really put pressure on the Spanish midfield, I think Morocco will have a good chance here. Because then from there, feed it to Ziyech, feed it to Boufal even, and then hopefully En-Nesyri makes a good run. I think Morocco can actually get some good, fruitful goals in this match if they win that midfield battle.
Yeah. You mentioned it. Amrabat, man, he's a destroyer, dude.
Yes.
As you said, man, he dominates that midfield so far in this World Cup. He's been one of the best players. Chat agrees with you, man. Morocco 60% to win this matchup. That is incredible to see, man. Incredible to see. Spain at 38%.
Yeah.
Morocco the favorite in terms of give and go chat votes to win this game. And thing is, I might have to agree with you guys, man. Man. Morocco has earned that respect. They really have. Not losing a single game in the group stage and only conceding one goal, which was an own goal. Offensively, man, if they can continue being on the same page that they've been on this whole tournament, it's gonna be a hell of a match to see them get a lead against Spain and withstand that, man. It really will.
Yeah.
Ziyech is like a dice. You just gotta roll it nice. Didn't Morocco almost win last time against Spain in the World Cup?
Oh, yeah, 2018. Yeah.
Big teams will hammer these lesser-known teams in the knockouts. Thing is that could very well happen. This might be the time. The group stage was the time for these lesser teams to have their moment, but in the knockout stages, man, we've seen it time and time again. The big teams step up, but Morocco over Spain. Spain has the smallest weakness of all the teams remaining. Okay. Morocco's keeper is solid. Morocco would love to crush colonizer. There's political history there with Morocco and Spain. If Morocco can keep up with Croatia, they sure can keep up with Spain.
That is a great point because when you look at the Croatian midfield, it's damn near the quality of that Spanish midfield. And low-key, it's the same sort of tactic too. Keep the ball, tight 1-2 touches between Modric, Brozovic, and Kovacic. If they can do it against Croatia and stop that, then they definitely can make Spain really work for it.
Yeah, it's no longer a question of Morocco, like, will they show up? You know,
Nah.
Like if we're talking about South Korea, it's like, will South Korea be able to like get a few minutes here and there? With Morocco, we know now.
Yeah.
We know now because they were put in such a tough group and topped it, bro.
Yeah.
Topped it. So let's see it, man. Let's see it. I'm so excited for this matchup. And as we said, the chat thinks that Morocco will win. Now down to 56%, but overall Morocco will win. The Pooky prediction will be. I'll let you get this one.
I'm gonna. Damn it. I want to say 1-1 because I do think Spain have the talent to get a goal. I don't know if Morocco can get two.
Penalty win?
It might be like an extra time win or a penalty win. Can you do 1-1 in these games?
I don't think you can. What happens if you set the prediction? Oh, you can predict that it ends 1-1 in regulation, I believe, then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to go with that?
I guess.
But your prediction is Morocco wins.
I think Morocco will somehow get the win. Maybe it's 2-1. Maybe it's 1-1 and it's a penalty. Maybe it's 1-1 and it's extra time. But I think in regulation, it's going to be very, very tight.
Dude.
But I have Morocco going through.
Dude, Morocco in the quarterfinals of a
Yeah.
World Cup, man.
Yeah.
Morocco, Spain feels like vanilla ice cream. It's good. It's fundamental, but still,
Ooh, what a comment, man.
here
What
at
a
the-
comment.
Here at
I
the
love
Gi-
that.
Here at the Give and Go, we like comments like that,
I
man.
like
Get
that
creative
a
with your
lot.
shit. I like that, man. Next one up, the last knockout game of the tournament, Portugal versus Switzerland. Who do you guys have winning? Producer Red is working on that poll right now. Portugal against Switzerland. Oh, shit. I haven't really even thought about this matchup until right now in this specific moment. Portugal is coming into this game having won 2 matches, losing finally to South Korea, and Switzerland winning 2 matches in their group and only losing to Brazil by 1 goal. So I mean, I learned a lot about Switzerland today, man. Seeing them just be so formidable, seeing them be so calculated in how they played, and offensively how they are, disciplined about how they approach, how they, feed that ball up to Mbolo, let him work, let him cook, and then be calculated about when they go up. It was very specific when Roberto Rodriguez made that run to get that tying assist for Switzerland, and I liked that. I really did. I was like, damn, these guys, they have a game plan, bro. They think these things out.
They do.
And against a Portuguese team that so far I feel has found a way to just win games based off of their talent, based off of their quality, kind of pouncing on other teams' mistakes. I do think this game will be very, very close. But I think I got to go with the bigger name on this one. I'm going to go bigger name on this one. I'm going Portugal wins this game 1-0.
Okay. I have Switzerland going through here. I think Switzerland will go through essentially because of the last two games. If they lock in, if they focus and look at each other and like, look, let's defend for our lives like we did against Brazil. And let's be calculated as we always have been because they can look at themselves as favorable chances here because I think Portugal's defense is worse than Brazil's. And the fact that they could score 3 against Serbia, a weaker defense, but they can go 0-0 for 80 minutes against Brazil's offense, I feel really good about Switzerland's chances against an interesting Portuguese side. If Bruno Fernandes gets unlocked, though, and maybe Leao comes in earlier than he usually does, and Bernardo Silva has a vintage performance, then I think Portugal can go through. But they haven't fully shown me that. Fernandes has. But Silva, I thought, has been average, and even Joao Felix, I thought, has been okay. So going forward, I feel like Switzerland's backline can feel very confident, man. So for all those reasons, I think Switzerland will edge Portugal here, but it will be very, very tight. But I do think Portugal can have a chance of going through, though. That's the thing. I think it's going to be very, very tight, but I have Switzerland.
You have Switzerland?
I do have Switzerland.
Okay, yeah. I love it. We'll do the Pooky prediction with the Swiss because that gives us more points. So we'll do a Swiss prediction here. What do you think is the score then? How will they be able to dismantle this Portuguese side?
I'm going to let you take it.
I don't think Switzerland will win.
Yeah, I know.
So you want me to predict for you?
No.
Oh, you want me to go Portugal?
Yeah, go Portugal.
Okay. I'm going to go 1-0. 1-0 Portugal, please.
Yeah.
Thank you. Submit that, please. And with that, we'll have all of our matches set to submit with the possibility to win prizes and everything that comes with Pooky.gg, our sponsors, man. Shout out to them. Thank you. We'll end the Pooky segment here because now let's talk about where we see the knockout stages leading up to. We wanted to play out the rest of the tournament with Portugal-Switzerland prediction finally being the last one. The poll saying Portugal 64%, Switzerland 35%. I agree with that. Let's look at this knockout stage bracket. Give it a look, Soltero, over here.
Ooh.
Look at it, and let's predict what we see happening from here on out.
Yeah,
so,
let's just go in.
Yeah, let's just go in. Netherlands, USA. I'm going Netherlands. You're going USA.
I'm going USA.
Okay. Argentina, Australia. I'm going Argentina.
Same.
Okay. Croatia, Japan. I'm going Croatia.
I'm going Japan.
Okay. All right.
We'll just remember.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Brazil, South Korea. Brazil. Okay, and on the other side, England, Senegal. I'm going England.
England.
Okay. France, Poland.
France.
Same. Morocco, Spain.
Morocco, but just.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right, I'm going Morocco. I'll go Morocco. I'm committing. Morocco. Portugal, Switzerland, Portugal.
I'm going Switzerland.
Okay, so now your matchup would be USA versus Argentina.
If it's that, I'm going USA.
Okay. All right. My matchup is Netherlands against Argentina, and I would have Argentina winning that matchup.
If it is that matchup, just for the record, I actually would have Argentina winning that too.
For real?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because I think Argentina are better than the Netherlands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this Netherlands team is overrated right now.
Yeah, because going into the tournament, you have predicted that that matchup happens, you would go Netherlands.
I would have.
Yeah.
But the Netherlands have shown me that they haven't shown up.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think Argentina are better than the Netherlands. But if the USA beat the Netherlands, then it proves to me that the USA are actually here because they performed in every single game, bro. And if they perform again in a knockout game, then this USA team is going to be very hard to beat.
Okay. Other side of the bracket, we have, or same side, but just the other two matchups. Japan, Croatia. I said Croatia. You said Japan facing off against Brazil. Japan, Brazil.
Brazil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brazil to semis.
Brazil the semis.
Yeah, same thing for me. I got Croatia losing to Brazil, so Brazil in the semis and Argentina in the semis, and you have Brazil in the semis and
The
USA
in
in
the
the
semis.
semis.
Yep.
All right, other side, we have England facing off against France.
Yeah.
Both of us.
Yeah. Just for the record, I think England or France, whoever wins this, I think will win the tournament. I'm gonna go France. But I think England will make it very, very, very close.
You can exit out of Pooky now and go back to the. There you go. I'm going France.
Yeah.
I think England falls short in the quarters.
Yeah.
I've had them doing that the whole tournament. I think quarters is a limitation. France is on fire, man. When
Yeah.
they're fully, when they feel the best players that they have available to them right now.
Yeah, and Mbappe is literally like a Neymar. He's like a Messi in the sense that he alone can change a game.
Yeah.
So that to me just goes a little bit further.
So I have Morocco, Portugal. You have Morocco, Switzerland.
Fucking hell. Wow, this one would be tough. Even Morocco, Portugal would be tough for me to pick. God damn it. I don't know. Who would you for Morocco, Portugal?
Portugal.
Yeah.
I think that'll be the game, if not the game against Switzerland, where they finally find like their full 100% maximum, and they finally play the way that we've been wanting them to play. I think Portugal starts showing up in the knockout stages for sure, and so I have them going all the way to the semis.
But if Morocco beat a good Spanish side, you don't think they'll have a really good chance?
I think they
against
will.
Portugal?
No, I think they really will.
Yeah.
I think they
Okay,
really
okay,
will.
you're
I think
saying
they'll be able to play up
Portugal
to the
overall.
level, but I think overall Portugal.
Yeah. Then I think there was a comment that said if Switzerland beat Portugal, they'll have a really good path to the semis. I think even if Spain win or Morocco win, and if they play Switzerland, I think Switzerland will actually come out on top of either one. So I do agree. I think Switzerland will find their way to the semis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. That's awesome. All right. So our semifinal matchups are USA, Brazil for you, Argentina, Brazil for me, France versus Switzerland for you, France versus Portugal for me.
Yeah.
Clear. So let's start on the other side with USA against Brazil.
Hell of a game. Hell of a game. But I had Brazil going to the final before this tournament started, and whoever they face, USA, Argentina, Netherlands, Brazil will win that semifinal and go to the final.
Damn. Okay. Brazil goes to the final, and I completely agree. I have a Copa America, top two teams in CONMEBOL facing off here in the semifinal. One of the most watched games in FIFA World Cup history, man. It's still in play. It's still possible. And the path does not look that complicated overall, especially if Argentina starts showing up in the knockout stages the way that they did in qualification. So Brazil, Argentina in the semis. I think it could go either way because we've seen Argentina kind of have Brazil's number in the past. But Brazil, man, I've been on them since before the tournament started, and I'm sticking to them. I'm going Brazil goes to the final, baby.
Yes,
and on the other side, it's France against Portugal for me and France-Switzerland for you. What happens in the French-Switzerland match where we repeat the round of 16 matchup from the Euros?
Ooh, yeah. No, oh, shit, yeah. Where Switzerland shocked. That's interesting. France make it this far. They're already tasting that World Cup trophy. I don't think they'll let go here. If anything, they'll go even a further level than what they've been playing at and make sure they get to this final, even if it's against a good Portugal side. Portugal, Switzerland, whoever they face, I have France going to the final, just as I did, as we both did before this tournament started.
Man, it's tough for me because I do think we'll see a new Portuguese team in the knockout stages. I do. And if they find a way to make it all the way to the semis, that's a good Portugal team, man. That's a good Portugal team. Facing off against a really good French team, bro. Man, South American heavyweights and European giants separated on the bracket side.
Yeah, that is interesting that we can't slightly mix it. You know?
Okay.
It's not mixed.
Yeah.
We don't have a big Euro side and a big CONMEBOL side and vice versa, like on the other side. We don't have that.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, it's annoying.
I would love a Portugal-Brazil matchup, but because that's what I went with, because what I went with before the tournament is still in play, I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
Brazil, France in the final. Once again, despite everything that's happened, we still remain with those two being in the final, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But and I know it feels predictable. I know it feels like the popular pick here, but I just think it's shaping up to be that kind of final, man. And ultimately,
think so, man.
I have Brazil winning the World Cup, man.
Yeah.
I really do.
And I'll stick with my previous choice. I have France winning the World
I can
Cup.
entice you just a little bit, man. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, bro.
I wish Neymar was playing. So like in the group stage,
The
so
whole time.
I could fully see the full 11 of Brazil to see what they're truly capable of. Because if Neymar's not at his fullest, they might not even get to that final, bro.
That's true.
So that's where it's going to get
I am
real
a little
interesting.
concerned about that, man.
Yeah.
I'm a little concerned about that. England. Producer Rod trying to get England in here, bro. Get out of here, Producer Rod.
If England beat France, England are winning this whole thing.
Ooh, you're sticking to that European.
I am.
that European
If
bias.
it's England, Brazil, England for sure.
Nah, Brazil's cooking England. Brazil's molly-whopping England, man.
Yeah.
Clowning the English side, man. But also, that'd be an awesome matchup, though.
Dude, that'd be cool.
But I would never imagine an England-Brazil final.
Actually, I would love that because
Such a contrast in
yeah,
styles.
what's that saying? Like the English invented football and the Brazilians like perfected it or some bullshit.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that.
So to see the English against the Brazilians, man, two
my
like
God.
footballing historians essentially facing off in a final would be ridiculous.
Dude, sub in Anthony in extra time or some shit and watch him just do his old fucking moves on the way to a victory over England. The English people would hate him for his years to come in the Premier League. The storylines would be fucking insane, dude. But at the same time, you also have USA in the semifinal.
Absolutely.
Imagine if they were to win that match
Man.
and England finds them in the final. A USA England final, bro.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just going through with all these
permutations.
or an all Asian final.
Yeah.
With Japan facing off against, well, not all Asian, an Asian African.
African,
Yeah,
yeah.
Morocco against Japan.
Yeah.
That'd be one hell of a thing to see, man.
If Senegal can surprise England, then I think that turns it on their head. Because if Senegal can beat England, then that means they can beat France. That'd be insane to see. Senegal, France. Jesus,
Fuck,
man.
man.
So there's so many. If there's one upset, bro, then I think it'll completely change what actually could end up happening. Because they'll be way better than what we or anyone else had predicted.
I think it truly is no bad World Cup final matchup because, man, Argentina-Portugal is still in play.
That'd be a
Ronaldo
banger.
Messi is still very much in play.
Yeah.
Australia-Portugal is still in play. Lecky versus Ronaldo, dude. There's
absolutely,
no
man.
wrong matchup,
There's
bro.
no wrong matchup.
I fucking
man.
love it, man.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Let me do some. Let me just read some chat comments here. What do you guys think will be the final? What do you think about the final? What would be the craziest final? Australia about to melt faces, storming to a World Cup champion before the entire continent taking off from the planet and sailing into the cosmos to never return. I get Soltero's writing for USA, but that's dumb.
I think that's so funny because the Netherlands have underperformed and the USA look really, really good. I'm not saying that they're going to mollywop the Netherlands, but man, I think you're dumb if you don't think the USA can have a good
chance.
shot.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
No, they
because
definitely
they
do.
have a genuine shot of at least going to the quarters. And if they make it to the quarters, then they for sure can go to the semis.
Brazil versus Portugal would be fun. Brazil versus England. Argentina versus England. Brazil versus France. Argentina-France would be a good one. Argentina-Portugal. Brazil versus Switzerland would be awesome, I think, too. A rematch of the group stage matchup that was so tight.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, South Korea versus Switzerland final. I want Argentina versus Portugal because it's going to be a Brazilian win. High chance. But right now, to me, this is my favorite World Cup. I think this World Cup has been great, man. Group stage-wise, most competitive World Cup we've ever seen, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I'll say it right now. I'm with this guy. So far, my favorite World Cup.
Awesome stuff, guys. So with that, we're going to close out this stream. Probably our longest stream ever so far in an hour 35, I believe. But look, we'll be back tomorrow following both USA playing against the Netherlands, which will be interesting to see Soltero's reaction to either a USA win or a USA loss, man. We might see a depressed Soltero or a happy, drunk Soltero, man. And on the other side, Argentina. If Argentina wins, we'll have to be talking about Argentina in a quarterfinal setting, man.
Yeah.
So it's going to be amazing to see, and we'll be previewing an Argentina-USA quarterfinal if that were to happen, or Argentina-Netherlands. There's no way that we lose tomorrow in terms of entertainment, man.
Entertainment-wise, bro,
It's going to be
we
amazing.
are set.
Let's go, bro. Let's go chat. Let's go, bro. Let's go give and go. Let's go everything, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for the donations, and we'll see you guys soon. Tomorrow. Peace.
Peace.